And they will receive. So Northwestern State will get the ball first, and we will get a look at what is supposed to be a bit of a smash mouth attack. Last week had a 75-yard touchdown run on the second play of scrimmage with Kenneth Lacey. As you see, first-year head coach Blaine McCorkle for Northwestern State came after building a very successful program at Belhaven. And Blaine McCorkle taking over here.
You know, one thing, Patrick, talking to Coach McCorkle before the game, he just comes off to you like a player's coach, a guy that's willing to get out there and take things on head-on for his team. I've really liked everything that I've heard from Coach McCorkle so far, Patrick.
So the Demons in new-look uniforms will head onto the field and receive the opening kickoff with Miles Kit Denton back deep to receive. Prairie View A&M will kick it away, all in white. Demons, as we mentioned, wearing new uniforms this year. We'll talk more about that as this game progresses. NSU in a new apparel contract. So all of the programs having new uniforms this year. The kickoff is away, and we are set to go. That was Guillermo Garcia on the kickoff. Little room for Kit Denton on the outside, cuts it back up, and he will get near the 30-yard line, which is where we will see the offense go. Take a look at the starting lineup for Northwestern State. They are led by J.T. Fayard, who is a youngster, played in one game last year. But Fayard getting a little bit of action against Tulsa. You see Kenneth Lacey, who had that 75-yard touchdown run, and something you don't see a lot of in college football anymore, fullbacks. You'll see that for this Northwestern State team. Receiving core and plus tight end Chance Newman, who will do a little bit of everything for this squad. And then up front, one returner over on the left side, Stevie Ballard. And an immediate stoppage of play. Matt Beck trying to get that figured out and ready to go. And we are set. Don't know the last time I said offset I, but that's exactly what Northwestern State's lined up in, again with a fullback. Gonna go play action. Looking deep down the seams, got a man, Miles Kit Denton, he is gone! 71 yards on the first play from scrimmage.
Incredible way to start the game here for the Demons. J.T. Fayard with an incredible throw to open things up. Miles Kit Denton on the other end. Huge play for NSU. What a way to start things out here in front of the home fans.
Miles Kit Denton, who had his first career touchdown of his career last week.
Here's another
play
look at
action.
Yeah, I mean, great play action right there. Fayard right over the top of this defense. Kit Denton on the back end, reaching out, grabbing that one, taking it to the house. Elite speed on the outside for Miles Kit Denton.
He beat Freddie Bird III down the seam on the right side in Northwestern State. Well, you couldn't ask for a better opening. They had a 75-yard touchdown run on the second play from scrimmage against Tulsa. They beat it. First play from scrimmage here, 79.
Well, and I'll tell you what, Patrick, that's something this team lacked last year was they could not start fast, right? They were slow out of the gates in almost every single game. We've seen the first two games this season that they are ready to attack right out of the gates. Great start here for Northwestern State.
71 yards on the touchdown throw. J.T. Fayard, who threw for 55 yards last week, has already beaten that number in just one play. We expect, and one of the things Blaine McCorkle talked about a lot coming in was we want to run the ball. We want to be a little bit smash mouth, a little old school. We want to establish the run. Well, you say that for an entire offseason, and going into week 2, you play action on play 1.
Well, and last week they ran the ball the first 2 times as well, so I'm sure that's in Prairie View A&M's mind. Play action here, boom, right over the top, and J.T. Fayard has his first touchdown pass. And I'll tell you what, one thing that really impressed me last year was just watching him on the sideline throwing the ball. You can tell he is a capable passer, and we saw it right there.
It'll be a fair catch made right at the 20-yard line, so put the ball out at the 25 as Jace Medlock, one of the up men, corralled that. And we will see the offense for Prairie View A&M. Had an injury in their quarterbacking room. Lucas Coley injured last week, separated his shoulder. So Cameron Peters will get the start. He did throw for 111 yards last week. A couple of good running backs back there. The guy to watch out for, number 1, Shamar Savage on the outside, went for 105 last week in the loss to Texas Southern. Jeremiah Ratliff across the formation in motion. They'll go straight handoff over left tackle. That's Connor Wisham. And he'll get a couple. We didn't get a chance to give you the defense for Prairie View A&M as they were Demons struck for a very quick touchdown. But we'll give you the defense for the Demons here in just a moment. So Prairie View will take Connor Wisham out, and they will bring in Scooter Adams. Name sounds familiar?
Pretty familiar. He was in a Demons uniform last couple seasons, and good to see Scooter playing football once again. He's dealt with a lot of injuries. Obviously good to see him out there on the field for Prairie View A&M now.
Adams, a game breaker, that is for sure. Going to try to set up the screen, and that is well played in the backfield. Nothing doing. William White, the safety, coming up to make the stop. No gain on the play. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Northwestern State defense. They run a 3-3-5. Johnny Mitchell, a big space eater in the middle, up front at 355 pounds. In the linebacking core, Blake Gocher had a terrific game last week, 11 tackles. So look for Gocher right there in the middle of the formation. And then on the backfield, we had, looks like an offsides free play for Prairie View. They'll throw it downfield incomplete, and then a flag comes in as well. So we may have 2 penalties against Northwestern State here. Looks like we have maybe an offsides against NSU plus a pass interference against NSU. They'll obviously take the pass interference if that is indeed the case. Our head referee, Matt Beck, as we mentioned, he's going to make sure everything is where it needs to be. We'll get the call and then show you what happened.
There are 2 fouls, both for the defense. Pass interference, number 19. Offsides, number 90. The pass interference will be enforced. Automatic first down.
So Chancellor Owens was guilty of offsides. Emmanuel Brown, the best cover corner for the Demons, guilty of the pass interference. And that will give Prairie View a new set of downs out across the 35-yard line. Pistol formation, Mitchell with pressure up the middle, and that one's thrown away. And Johnny Mitchell, the guy that Blaine McCorkle talked to us about, just an absolute beast inside the North DeSoto product, 6'3", 355.
Yeah, well, we got a chance to do some of his games whenever he was in high school at North DeSoto. This young man has been disrupting plays for years now. He is one of the bigger bodies in the Southland Conference, and I expect him to make a difference once again here today.
Well, he's one of the few guys that's bigger than the offensive line for Prairie View A&M as they'll go with the run game over the right side. That was Scooter Adams, the former Northwestern State Demon, who transferred out. We had mentioned tragedy befell this squad last year. One of their defensive players, Ronnie Caldwell, was killed in an off-campus incident. The Demons ultimately postponed a game or canceled a game, postponed one for a week, played it, decided they didn't want to play the rest of the season, and canceled the rest of the season. Blitz coming. Peter stands in strong, throws down the sideline, incomplete. Was looking for Trajan Spiller, but well overthrown, and the Demons will get off the field defensively.
Well, a really strong start here for Northwestern State defensively, minus the penalty that gave Prairie View A&M a first down. But outside of that, this pass coverage on the back ends looked really good, Patrick.
The Demons, one of the least penalized teams in America after week 1. They suffered just 3 penalties for 35 yards, which is something that Northwestern State typically doesn't excel in. That is not being penalized. They're usually a pretty heavily penalized squad. Efren Jasso, the sophomore from Houston, will punt it away. Got a good leg. Miles Kit Denton will let that one bounce into the end zone, and it will head out the back and a touchback. And we'll throw it to our first break. Off and running, a 1-play, 71-yard touchdown for the Northwestern State offense. Prairie View cannot answer on their first drive. And it is 7-0 Demons.
All right, listen up. Your fire defense isn't cutting it, and it's almost game time.
Hey, you need killer alarms in every room. We're playing zone defense. I mean, fires can happen anywhere.
Like here. Here too.
Des, you can't handle the heat.